Greetings, I'm Dev the Developer. This lesson covers 4 inline tags that label the nature of specific text: abbreviations, citations, quotations, and definitions. None of these change the meaning of a sentence on their own, but what they do is communicate what kind of thing a piece of text is, so browsers and assistive tools can handle it appropriately. The abbreviation tag marks up abbreviations and acronyms. When you wrap an abbreviation tag in abbr, you can add a title attribute that provides the full expansion. That expansion shows up as a tooltip when the user hovers over it. This is particularly useful for technical writing where acronyms can pile up fairly quickly. You can define an acronym the first time it appears and let the tooltip do the work every time thereafter. The abbreviation tag does not enforce any particular styling, though browsers often add a dotted underline by default. What it does is make the page more useful to anyone who encounters an unfamiliar abbreviation. A related labeling job is marking up the title of a work. The citation tag handles that. It marks up the title of creative work, such as books, films, songs, research papers, and even websites. This signals that this text is a reference to something, not just a name. By default, most browsers render citations in italics. The semantic meaning is more valuable than the styling. On a smaller scale, for a quoted phrase that fits inside a sentence rather than standing alone as a block, there is the quotation tag, where block quote is for longer block level quoted content. Quotations are for short inline quotations. Browsers typically add quotation marks around the quotation content automatically, though the exact style depends on the language attribute of the document. Because the browser handles the quotation marks, you should not add your own around the quotation content. You would end up with double quotation marks, which looks wrong and is wrong. The last tag in this group is the definition tag, DFN. It marks the defining instance of a term. The point of this text is where a term is being introduced and explained for the first time. Search engines and assistive tools can use this to understand the relationship between a term and its definition. The definition element works particularly well alongside definition lists and definition descriptions. If you have a glossary built with definition lists, the term inside each definition term tag could be wrapped in this definition tag to mark it as the canonical definition point in the document. 4 tags that label the nature of inline text, including abbr for abbreviations with a tooltip, cite for titles of works, q for short inline quotations, and dfn for the defining instance of a term. None of them change what the text says. All of them add meaning that the browsers and tools can act on. Take a page you've already written and see how many places these tags actually could apply. Don't just watch it, do it.